Welcome into the Face to Face with Sports podcast series. I'm Jake Gersh. Today, I'm fortunate enough to be joined by current USC quarterback and reigning Pac-12 Offensive Freshman of the Year, Kedon Slovis. Kedon, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
So, starting right into it, coming out of high school, you had multiple D1 offers. What made USC stick out to you?
A lot of different things. Specifically USC, I think, is unique in its ability to have a football history and be a blue blood school. But not only that, but I come from a background. Both my parents are teachers, so education is really important to me. And USC can kind of provide both not only the on the field, history as it does, but also have a esteemed academic background.
Yeah, and in terms of the coaching at USC, did you have a good and currently do you have a good relationship with Coach Helton and all the coaches at USC?
Yeah, and that was a big part. I knew what USC had to offer as an institution, but just going to meet all the coaches when I first went on my visit and meet everyone, kind of reestablish everything. Coach Helton, I just thank him for his opportunity he gave me every day. Wouldn't be where I am without him.
Yeah, and so you committed to USC with the knowledge that the starter there the year before JT Daniels would return. Did you have the opportunity to compete for that starting job before the year started?
Yeah, we had a new competition because of right as I got there, we got a new offensive staff. So, everyone's job was kind of up for grabs, and I was given the opportunity. Obviously, I didn't win initially, but I was thankful to get the opportunity. And that's the thing at USC that I was really grateful for is competition's everything, and even if you were the starter the year before, you have to earn that job year in and year out.
Yeah, and moving forward into the actual football season past that competition, what emotions went through you when unfortunately you saw JT go down during that Fresno game and getting your first shot, getting your feet wet on the gridiron?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't the way you wanted it to happen, but I was just so grateful for the opportunity, and especially as the season went on, and even looking back at it now, just so thankful that I wasn't expecting to play as a freshman and to be the number two to begin with, and even get that opportunity was really special. I'm just really glad I got the opportunity. Like I said, it was really amazing.
Yeah, and most high school quarterbacks going right to college, you said it, don't really always play in their freshman season. So I was curious what that transition was like going from the high school competition right into, the college football competition.
Right. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, it made it a lot easier because I came from a high school that wasn't necessarily, a top, a school that played in the playoffs every year. Even, I don't think we ever been to a state championship.
Hmm.
So, my senior year, we went 3-7. I'm the only kid playing Division I football from that team currently. So when I kind of look back at going from that team, I learned a lot, and I think that really benefited me because when I went to USC, I had so many better players around me that it really just made everything easier in a sense. Obviously, the speed of the game and there's a lot of adjustment, but in that regard, it made it easier than I think for most kids.
Yeah, saying that, that's crazy because, going from your high school, you mentioned it, 3-7 senior year, and then going to USC. USC has such a long list of talented quarterbacks in their history: Mark Sanchez, Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Darnold recently, just to name a few. What does it mean to you to be among, this star-studded group of quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's an honor. You kind of look back down that line, and it's pretty cool. The guys you watched growing up, and many of them, just were not only great players in college, but went on to have great NFL careers. So to be a part of that long lineage, I guess, is really just an honor.
Yeah, so getting back into that actual football season, your first start against Stanford, did anyone reach out to you? We mentioned those guys, but even past that, did anyone reach out to you, before the game? And what advice had you received going into that first start?
Yeah, Matt Leinart did reach out actually before the game and send me a cool text, which was really sweet. And that was kind of a cool thing for me because I'm from Arizona, obviously. So not only was I, a fan of his at USC, but also he was a Cardinal. So to have him kind of text me before the game, Kurt Warner to reach out to me, my coach in high school. So to have both of them, kind of the two Cardinals that I watched growing up play quarterback, was pretty special.
Yeah, that's surreal, and it must have meant something to you because going into that game, you set a record for most career yards by a freshman in the first start at USC. How did you stay so cool and composed in such a big game for you?
I think it really helped playing the week before, so that the atmosphere wasn't too much, but also in a sense, I think a lot of people try to overthink, what it is. At the end of the day, you're playing a sport you love, a game you love, and the reason you're playing is because you like playing it and it's a lot of fun. I think people get caught up in the hype too much, and I kind of tried to remove myself from everything for a little bit and just enjoy and have fun and play football. The game I love.
Yeah, for sure. And at such a high-powered school like USC, the offense has a ton of weapons and guys. Last year Pittman, St. Brown. What does it mean to play with guys like this?
It's awesome, and like I said, they make my job so much easier. You just get the ball in their general direction and general area, and they'll make a play for you. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm really excited this upcoming year. We got a lot of weapons coming back. Obviously, we lose a guy like Pitt, but we got a lot of guys behind him that I think are going to step up and fulfill that role.
And Keaton, later in the season, moving past those first few games, you ended up breaking the single game passing record for a USC quarterback with 515 yards in a game. What was that like, especially doing it against, UCLA, the storied rivalry of, the California schools? What was that like?
It was exciting, especially, I think leading up to that game, we were kind of building on what we were doing offensively. The previous week at ASU, we scored 28 points in the first quarter, and then we kind of stopped, having offensive production. Next week at Cal, we had another big game offensively. I think we scored 40-plus points, then took our foot off the pedal. So kind of at that point, we wanted to just put a full game together and, just see what we could do offensively, because you could kind of tell that within the offensive unit, we were excited and we were building something special. And just to have that, offensive performance, we had you mentioned 500 yards. We had 4 guys go over 100 yards too, which is, I don't think that's ever happened in a game I've been a part of. So, that was just really special. It was a really fun time, especially to do it against your rival.
Yeah, and all these accolades, we mentioned it, you're the reigning offensive rookie of the year, offensive freshman of the year, and getting all these accolades, like the one above and just your freshman season as a whole, how do you continue to improve and, move forward even after such a great first year?
Right. I think there's a lot I could learn from last year. And, as I said, like we grew through the end of the year, but, just getting more and more comfortable within this offense. This offense is amazing. And, it's really exciting what I think we could potentially do. Because I don't think it's ever seen the talent that we have here at USC. So just getting more and more comfortable with that, watching film with coach, and just do my best to stay on that.
And I've mentioned it throughout, the whole podcast so far. And I just wanted to ask, what did it mean to finally get that title, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year? Just like, how did that resonate with you right when you got it?
It was kind of shocking, honestly. I don't think, especially like I said, coming from a high school, I don't even think I've won any award. I was like honorable mention for every high school accolade. So to see like something like that was pretty cool. But again, just a testament to the teammates I have and the players around me and the coaching staff. They're really awesome. And as I keep bringing up, teams everything. I could go 3-7 the previous year and turn around and get an 8-win season. And that's just testament to the guys around me. I haven't changed that much.
Yep. And to wrap things up, my final question for you today is, we've talked about everything from last year. I was curious what you think is to come with USC football and what do you guys have in store?
I'm really excited. We got a great team coming back, especially offensively. I'm just so excited to get back out there whenever we're allowed to. We got some great weapons, some key pieces coming back, and you also have a defensive staff, new defensive staff that just bringing a great lot of energy. And I only had one practice against them, but it's just awesome to see them come out there and compete.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'll sure be looking at USC throughout the future and you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time to come to talk to me, Keaton, and best of luck in the coming years at USC and throughout your whole career.
Thank you, really appreciate it.